And with Troy down by this, Leatherlass proceeds to forget what she was there for in the first place. So when Firsengard shows up, she just runs away with Gold Powder Toastman. Gold Powder Toastman still being alive because Firsengard's not that good at killing named villains early in movies. Having chased off the villains and filled some time, Team Firsengard proceed to the Our Sweet Titty organization hideout, which is a public theater hidden down a one-way road in the middle of Japan's only desert. They're able to get there just fine, since by now the self-repairing tour bus has fully replaced its back end, which was missing when Leatherlass boarded it. On arrival, the team is treated to a PowerPoint presentation, which explains that 5 years ago, an island in the Pacific was eradicated by a satellite laser weapon, which we totes didn't steal from Akira. At the time, no one noticed the island was missing. It was kind of weird. Anyway, and I swear this is going somewhere, here's the main two characters from that 1976 show Iron Space Pronauts. One of them is known as Land Earther and the other Aero Skyder. We have yet to figure out their themes, but we've concluded that the satellite is the ultimate evolution of these Iron Space Pronauts. A machine with a will of its own. We know this is true because we asked if any of the staff hit the death ray button, and they all said no. Mr. Video Guy? If it's got a will of its own, can I be buddies with it? Don't be stupid, it's a machine, it doesn't have a will of its own. And I'm not a video, I'm just narrating from over here. A surprisingly fanciful suit-wearing man roller skates onto the stage, twirling a few times as if to make himself seem memorable. I am known as Fantastico Posterior. Natalia and I have brought you here to help us destroy the satellite weapon before it's completed. But you said it blew up an island 5 years ago. I didn't get a word of that. Are you in or out?
I happen to like islands. I say do it, Forzy.
If we're in, can I pilot the exosuit from Aliens again?
I don't believe we should trust. I'll do it. But I'm not going up there for you, Mr. Fantastical. Even though I am excited because you're a new character and I want to make you my buddy. I'm going up there because I'm Kamen Rider Force. I am the man who will befriend satellite weapons. Okay, but you'll still blow it up, right? Oh yeah, sure. Fantastic. Well, I've prepared a training montage for your team then. Oh, every single one of you is a Kamen Rider, right? No, me and Fishlegs are the only. Yes, that is correct. We're all Kamen Riders. We should all get equal amounts of screen time and lines. Wonderful, then let's get this montage going.
Am I going to be in it too?
Shut up,
Lucy.
Oh.
After a trying comic relief montage, the team is ready to travel to space. Again. To show their readiness, they do the Armageddon walk for a full 10 hours. And then they take a gander at their ride, which happens to be the shuttle used by the evil scientist Hugo Weaving in the Force 000 movie. Hey, I killed a guy on that. And I believe that glitter left on it is from your robot slime girlfriend.
Hey, don't call her that. She was more like a Patty you had a creepy relationship with.
Whatever, it's time for a head count. Force, Troy, Lucy, Excitable Girl, every boss space monster from the show, J.K. Rowling, Captain S. Hold on, Captain S? Wait, every boss space monster from the show? I know that's off. Indeed it is, for every boss space monster from the show just turned up to fight, including the ones who are dead, lost in space, or Excitable Girl. The excuse given is that they were spawned from the stolen switches at the start of the movie, and they had no place at any other point in the movie. So Force and Troy suit up for battle while the rest of the team get ready to launch, cause this isn't a reason for a delay, apparently. Now Force and Troy put up a good fight, by which I mean this is the best fight I've ever seen them in. And that's despite it being shot diagonally. They make proper use of every trick in their arsenal, and in Force's case that includes a surfboard, a butterfly net, and tiny parachutes. I'm talking sub-army guy parachutes, and when he pulled them out I thought, yeah, okay, that's plausible. Ne'er has the choreography been this good. This fight is made like it's the last fight of the film, which I assume is because it feels like it's been 3 times longer than it has. And for that very reason, now arrives the cameo called the Mage Called Wizard.
Hey Rocket Man, this is the second time I went to pick up Lucy from school to have some tweedy rainbow suspender guy tell me she's in a shady government space program. So if you don't mind my asking, what in the 9 unholy moons do you kids keep getting up to, and where in the bowels of Blignabok is she now?
What the? No way. Trenchcoat Lollipop Ring Man, I knew you were real. We have gotta be besties. Let me show you my buddy handshake thing.
We have met before and done that several times. Look, I live with Lucy. I'm the mage called Wizard.
Well, that's kinda stupid. I mean, mages and wizards have totally different spell sets.
Are any of your slightly more intelligent friends around?
Nah, they're flying off into space on Hugo Weaving's used rocket over there. Wait, they're flying off into space on Hugo Weaving's used rocket over there. Fish legs, we gotta go.
Well, there's still 4 monsters left.
Oh, man. Well, I guess I have no choice. Mr. Lollipop, sir, for my first wish, I want you to take out these bad guys while I have a radical adventure in space.
But not
By the time the Mage Called Wizard reboots, both Forrest and Troy have flown off. So, with nothing else to do, the Mage Called Wizard takes out the rest of the monsters with his dark powers of After Effects.
Happy haste masking kick of Baba Ganoush!
Unpaid voiceover, no!
No!
Well, that was easy enough. Hold on, did one of those guys have ice cream for a face? Oh, screw this. I'm going to get a crawler at Duncan Transit. I'm sure Lucy will be fine. Rather, she'll come back to haunt me either way.
And with that, MC Whistles exits the picture. Don't worry, he'll be in the next 5. Meanwhile, later, day 3 of their journey into space, Team Fjordsengard think to learn what their plan is. Turns out their plan is to split up and plant bombs across the satellite, which seems like a good idea, but wait! The living satellite, as it turns out, is alive! So it notices the shuttle and fires lasers at it. Now admittedly, they're not so much continent-destroying lasers as Star Trek Shake the Camera lasers, but they're lasers. So the team starts to freak out, but Fjordsengard unexpectedly is the voice of reason. Stay calm, everyone. In friendships, it's normal to clash at first. Well, he's the voice of his kind of reasoning, anyway. Still, that was the best line in the movie. Much better than the second, which is, hey, I know you. Where was I? Oh right, lasers. By doing absolutely nothing to avoid them, the team successfully boards the satellite. But waiting for them is Leatherlass and Gold Powdered Toast Man. Also, the ship is cluttered with evil Roomba vacuums. Now, I know what you're thinking, and yes, there are some good Roomba vacuums. They're just forced to commit evil acts by the Roomba stocracy. But all the ones here are assholes. And so Team Fjordsengard blasts the hell out of them, while Donna Troy winds up having another showdown with Leatherlass. Toasterhead being kicked out of the scene by Fjordsengard because he sensed the moment coming up.
That's the question. In this world, bitches be tripping.
And sir, there are still plenty of fish in the sea.
I knew it. So you too studied Fist of the Mackerel Starfield. No, you think?
Yes, about that. I think our master was ripping off something called Jeet-kun. Never mind. For now, let's just fight.
And so the fight continues to finish off screen. Meanwhile, earlier, we see Captain S actually brought that exosuit from Aliens, but after stomping out some Roombas, he runs into a wall with it. It's the most helpful he's ever been. A lot of records this movie's setting, almost like it's good. Almost. Meanwhile, back to later, we see excitable girl Trip and her MacBook. Wait, no free rides. Her unidentifiable computer with an apple on the back goes flying into some lasers. Invisible lasers, no less. Hey, I know how this works, says Fjordsengard for the first time ever, because apparently Toasterhead's been taken care of. Well, Forrest then activates his smoke-emitting leg attachment, which I never imagined would get 2 uses in the same film. And per the laws of film and Metal Gear, the lasers become visible. Entirely too visible, actually. But then they were invisible security lasers that could make things explode.
Thanks, Forsy. If I hit one of those, I'd be turned into Char.
The space Nazi from Gundam?
Yes, the space Nazi from Gundam. Would you just blow this up before I have time to think about why there's a fixed invisible death laser grid here?
Obliging, Forrest blows up the grid, and luckily that's about the only obstacle in our team's way, so they successfully plant the explosives. The explosives have an absurdly short timer, but it's okay, cause even though they all blow up a few feet away from our heroes, they're fine. In fact, other than causing a few doors to suddenly shut, I'm not sure what was just accomplished. Well, lucky enough for me, Tatalia Villain steps up to retcon and clarify their goal.
Excellent. Now we just need to reprogram the Mother Brain Core Center, which wasn't mentioned before.